weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A partly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. I say partly cloudy. We've really got a thinning of the clouds out there, and there have been some reporting stations looking at partly sunny skies as of right now. But for the most part, it's a real hazy sun, if there is any sun at all. We have cloudy skies out at the airport, where it's currently 24 degrees, partly cloudy here at Radio Center, 26. Downtown Midland is looking at clouds, 25. Bay City, for the most part, is looking at clouds as well, and they have 25. We have a south breeze about 10 miles per hour, 30.05. Falling off is the barometric pressure. A wind chill right now of 14. We do have a low pressure system that is approaching. It's way up in Canada right now, just to the southwest of Hudson Bay. And over the next 24 to 36 hours, that low pressure system is going to dip back down toward Lake Superior. And eventually what's going to happen is it's going to generate some warmer temperatures for us because of that counterclockwise circulation of air. It is going to draft some warmer air up from the central part of the continental United States. And as a result, our temperature tomorrow very possibly could hit 40 degrees in a few spots. We're looking at a projected high of 38 tomorrow. Today, we're looking at right around 30 degrees, 31 degrees with sunny glimpses. Moving into the night, we're going to drop down in below 30 degrees to about 27, 28. Then right after midnight, temperatures will begin to rise. By sunrise tomorrow morning, we could very easily be at the freezing mark, if not a little bit warmer. And then, as I said, we'll be looking at 38, 39 degrees, but cloudy skies. And then as we move through the day, there is going to be the chance of seeing some snow showers, snow flurry activity. Some of you will get a little bit of drizzle. Others of you, some freezing precipitation. So tomorrow is kind of uncertain as far as exactly what we're going to see. But one thing is for sure, it is going to generate some issues, some problems with travel. Nothing major that our road crews can't handle, but it is still going to be slick in spots, wet in spots, and a little snowy in spots. We're going to have a southwest breeze tomorrow, which would indicate the warmer temperatures. And then it'll become westerly tomorrow night, and the temperature tomorrow night will drop down into the middle 20s. So whatever precipitation we are getting, albeit light or moderate, we're not looking at anything heavy. It should be in the form of frozen precipitation, more than likely snow showers, snow flurry activity. The chances of precipitation tomorrow increase as we go through the day. So again, looks like the best chance of seeing any kind of precipitation is going to be tomorrow afternoon. And again, I think here in the Great Lakes Bay region, we're going to be looking at a little bit of rain or drizzle and then some frozen stuff as we get a little bit further into the afternoon. Now on Thursday, we're going to be looking at a pretty uneventful day, maybe a flurry or two. We'll be cooler. We'll be a good 8 to 10 degrees cooler on Thursday than what we will be on Wednesday. So the warmest day of the week, obviously, is going to be tomorrow. Our high on Thursday, 27. Our low Thursday night, 17. We'll have west breeze on Thursday. Then on Friday, we're going to be looking at clouds. Some snow showers, snow flurry activity will kick in around midnight or just after midnight on Thursday night and Friday morning. Snow shower activity Friday morning, snow shower activity Friday afternoon. But again, those temperatures are going to work their way up into that low to mid 30 degree range on Friday. So whatever precipitation we do get is going to be wet, and whatever snow we get is going to be heavier wet snow on Friday. Friday night with the clouds, 17. So Thursday night and Friday night, we're going to be looking at temperatures below 20 degrees. Saturday will be the coldest day that we will see because not so much of the afternoon temperature. We'll be in the low 20s for both Saturday and Sunday, but our low on Saturday night will be 3, and then our low on Sunday night will be 15. Moving into the work week next week on Monday, 25, 26 degrees with a little bit of sun as we go through the day there. Long range to take us through the 21st of the month. Overall, temperatures will continue to be below average. Precipitation values will be slightly above 30 in the afternoon and 16 at night. That's what's average for this time of the year. Record high in this state, 63, set back in 1900. The record low, 15 below zero, set in 1934. Chilly day a year ago today, 17 was our high, 2 below zero was our low. Matter of fact, for this entire week a year ago, we were running a good 10 to 15 degrees below average for this time of the year, temperature-wise. We were picking up a little bit of snow, but that was about it, just a little. The record amount of snow on this day is a little bit better than 5 inches, and that was set back in 1952. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Rick Hollister from the Anderson standing by. We'll be talking to him about those wild and crazy markets. But before we do that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. The folks at Steiner Tractor Parts invite you to have a little fun this weekend. Saturday specifically, beginning at 10 o'clock, it's the Midland Antique Engine Association annual consignment auction. And again, it's going to be this Saturday, the 12th, 10 a.m. start. It's at 3226 South Meridian Road in the Merrill area. It's over in Midland County. That's where they always have their big show in July. Modern equipment and items from the past, they'll all be there for this consignment auction. Now, let's say you want to consign some stuff for the auction. You can still do it. You can do it right up through Friday the 11th. But now this week, any consignments that you want, you've got to take them to the grounds this week. No consignments will be taken on auction day. Again, the folks at Steiner Tractor Parts, new parts for old tractors, invite you to come out and have a lot of fun and maybe pick up an antique or two for your collection at the Midland Antique Engine Association annual consignment auction. Again, that's this coming Saturday. We say good morning to Rick Hollister over at the Andersons. Rick, I don't know, for the last couple of weeks, I've had to hang on to this chair here. What's going on today?
Boy, strap it in. We're up for a good ride here. Typical turnaround Tuesday today, Terry. Corn down 5 to 6, soybeans down 15. They have been down 20. Wheat started sharply lower. At the moment, we've got a 20-cent range in wheat just since the overnight. And today's session right now, wheat's up 1 to 3. So lots of volatility. We're getting some sense that there's some easing of the tensions between Russia and Ukraine. We've made some threats with Germany of cutting off a pipeline coming from Russia into Germany, supplying crude oil if there was some action by Russia to move into Ukraine. So feels like things are settling down there a little bit. But boy, it really gives us some big volatility. Even yesterday, the Malaysian exporters were warned that there's going to be new tariffs and maybe cut off registrations of Malaysian palm oil to try and protect their inventory for their country there in Indonesia. And yet today they issued new export registrations. So it just gives the market all kinds of volatility to run with here. Soybean oil is down sharply on that news out of Malaysia, that Indonesia area of the Malaysian palm oil. More export registrations coming for that stuff. So also crude oil down $2 to $2.50 a barrel today, off from the sharp rally we've seen there in crude oil, pushing to new highs for this move, over $90 a barrel. And we're pulling back from that. So that's whipsawing soybeans and wheat as well. And the corn just gets drug around higher and lower day to day here. So it's really interesting setup. Reminder that tomorrow is our February supply and demand report from the USDA. So growers, with all this volatility, just pay attention to managing that risk. Old crop and new crop both. We have new crop values over $5 for corn, low to mid $5 range for cash. Soybeans in the mid $13 range. We just don't get a lot of opportunity, Terry, to see these kind of values for new crop this early in the season. We know a lot can happen, but it's still, the USDA will update us. It still doesn't look like that we're going to completely run out of corn and soybeans this old crop year. So it looks to me like a good opportunity to take advantage of these higher prices while we have them, because the volatility is just so unpredictable when it's being driven by crude oil and energy prices and vegetable oil prices around the world. It's just hard to predict.
So on the board right now at the Andersons, what do you have?
For February corn, we're at the moment $5.89. For new crop delivery, $5.28. Soybeans for old crop at $15.24. The new crop at $13.52. Red wheat old crop at $7.22. The new crop for the summer delivery, $7.26. Old crop white wheat $7.27. New crop white wheat at $7.31.
Rick Hollister, thank you so much. We'll talk to you again soon. All right.
You're welcome. Thanks, Terry.
You bet. A little bit more in depth as far as what the markets are doing. Over to Oppenheimer, we go with Doug Klein. The market report brought to you by Foster Blue Water Oil. They want to take your diesel to another level. You will get more power, cleaner injectors, faster cold starts, maximum lubricity, year-round protection, and up to 8% improved fuel economy with Diesel Guard Supreme Plus from Valve Tech Petroleum. Just contact your local Foster representative or go online, fosterbluewateroil.com. And by Krizak's House Family Restaurant. Got to supply the food for an event coming up? Oh, there's lots of things coming up here pretty quick. Call 989-894-5531. They'll have it ready for you. All you got to do is stop by, pick it up, and you're a hero at your event. And also, don't forget, they're a great place to dine in, too. Krizak's House, corner of Cass and Michigan on Bay City's south side. Doug, what's going on?
Well, it looks like crude oil is running the show today, down 3%, 3.75% for heating oil, and over 3% for gasoline. So those guys are hauling the oats today, and like you said, that's kind of moving soybeans down with it, just because of the oil connection. Nothing else really moving up today. Stock market's pretty solid, so there could be something with the Russia thing. I heard that they arrested a guy over in, I can't even tell you where he was, but he stole $3.6 billion worth of Bitcoin back in 2016. They finally figured it out, but it was the U.S. Justice Department that arrested him. So apparently he's been living high on the hog for the last 6 years or so. So that's kind of interesting.
Very.
They said that that's kind of a security or whatever, and $3.6 billion of it disappearing overnight. That doesn't sound secure to me, but what do I know?
Yeah, what do we know?
Here's your numbers. The March corn, 628 3/4, up, down 6.5. December corn, 577.5, down 3.5. March soybeans, 1564 and a quarter, down 17 and a half. The July soybeans, 1564 and a half, down 15 and a half. The March wheat is 772, up 3 and a quarter, and December wheat 777 and a quarter. That's down a quarter of a penny. Crude oil is 88.92, down $2.40. Heating oil 275.12, down 10.4 cents. Gasoline 260 and a half, down 8 cents. Natural gas 432 and a half, it's up 9.5 cents. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you $1.2709 at the border. That's up 42 ticks. The yen is at 115.60, up 48 ticks. The euro is at 114.17, down 25 ticks. The dollar is at 95.64. That's up 24.5 ticks. Gold's at 1821.80, up $1.20. Silver's at 23.20. That's up 13 cents. Platinum's at 1029.30. It's up $9.30.
You have a good day, Doug.
Thank you. You too.
Talk to you again. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Let's talk a little bit about the Ambassador Bridge and a few other things. Chuck Lipstrew with the Michigan Agribusiness Association joining me right now. I don't think we can plant too much on the bridge, but it's kind of important to have around these parts, isn't it, Chuck?
You can't plant things on the bridge, but you have to have things moving across the bridge, Terry. And for that, we need enough truck drivers to get the job done. We continue to be in a critical truck driver shortage. And unfortunately, the federal government here in the United States, as well as the government of Canada, have made all of this more difficult by imposing a vaccine requirement on truck drivers at the border. Now, I think folks have probably read about the shutdown of the bridge last night due to a protest. Our message to everyone this morning is, look, whether or not there is a delay there at the border, whether it's moving in 5 minutes or 5 hours, we don't have enough truck drivers in international service. And that remains a challenge for Michigan agriculture. It remains a challenge for anybody relying on the movement of crop inputs or the movement of agricultural exports to our friends in Canada, who, by the way, are our top customer for exports, Terry. So today we're continuing to sound the alarm on that requirement that has taken, we estimate, 30 to 50% of truck drivers out of international service.
Let's talk a little bit about ethanol, Chuck.
Let's talk about ethanol. So a separate issue, no less important to Michigan farmers, including many of the listeners out there today. So a few weeks ago, one of our leaders in the Michigan Senate, Senator Kevin Daly, introduced a very important measure in the state legislature that would expand the use of clean burning ethanol here in the state of Michigan by helping to incentivize the offering of E15 and E85 fuel. And I think as many listeners out there know, that's fuel that's blended with a higher ethanol blend. And really, the bottom line is that this measure would make more ethanol available to more people in Michigan, which is a good thing. It helps strengthen our rural economy. It helps strengthen a homegrown energy source. And by the way, as we read more and more about climate solutions here in Michigan and around the country, it delivers an environmental benefit, improving air quality, helping to deliver climate benefits. It is a win-win-win for communities and for drivers and for agriculture and for our environment. So we were very pleased to see this new bill introduced by Senator Daly that would actually offer a 5-cent tax credit for each gallon of E15 sold in the state and an 85-cent tax credit for each gallon sold of E85 fuel. I don't know if that's the 85-cent tax credit and the E85 is a coincidence. I don't think it is. But the point, Terry, is we can benefit drivers in our state by offering more of this clean burning fuel. And that's an effort that Senator Daly has been out front on. And it's a bill that we're supporting in Lansing.
So the next question obviously would be the chances of it making it.
I think it's got a really strong chance of passage. And the reason why is it's a bill that should garner bipartisan support. Certainly, it was introduced by Senator Daly, a Republican. We also know that Democrats in our state legislature are very focused on environmental benefits and climate solutions. This bill is the full package. Again, it benefits our environment by improving air quality, delivering climate solutions. It benefits our rural communities in terms of the agricultural economy and increased demand for corn. And for anybody driving a car or vehicle in Michigan, they can use that E15. And then obviously some flex fuel vehicles out there can use the 85. So helping to incentivize the increased use of ethanol, that's a bipartisan issue. It should garner support from both sides of the aisle. And I think it's a winner, Terry, and it's one that we're gonna be behind in a big way.
Good info. Thank you very much, Chuck. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Stay warm.
I will. Chuck Lipstrew with the Michigan Agribusiness Association. Jerry Samalski in a moment.
Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, and Beale City knows a complex world sometimes demands a simple solution. Case in point, Workmaster utility tractors from New Holland. They're tough, practical workhorses that give you unmatched comfort with a low cost of ownership. Models from 55 to 74 horsepower give you expanded visibility with comfortable seating for two. A hitch lift capacity up to 4,000 pounds means you accomplish more with larger implements. Stop by Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, and Beale City today and ask about Workmaster utility tractors.
Along with me, Jerry Samalski. Jerry, what should we be doing right now?
Terry, evergreens now are really the only thing with needles left or leaves left on. But this time of year, we get to see what the branching structure of plants look like. And even though it might be a little cold for trimming, when you're walking around and coming and going from the house, look at those trees, even the small, people call them umbrella trees or weeping trees. Those things should be thinned out so you can see the branching structure. Now is when trees have a whole separate beauty, that branching structure from the big trunks that move out into fine textured limbs. That should be a really attractive look because we have that for 6 months. So look at trimming your trees, thinning them out, and enjoying the structure of your trees. And you can get that done before they break leaf in the spring.
All right. You take care, Jerry. Have a good day.
Yep.
All righty.
Sometimes I think I sound like a broken record. Hi, I'm Steve Cook from Cook Chevrolet Buick and Vassar. For a few months at the Cook GM Superstore, we've been telling you how lucky you are if you qualify for the GM Employee, Retiree, Family Member Discount. But with all the inflation talk all over the news, I feel obligated to keep reminding you that with a GM discount, you are paying full sticker for as much as $10,000 over sticker for a new vehicle, like you're hearing on the national news. With the GM discount, you buy below dealer invoice, just like you did for the last 30 years. At Cook Chevrolet, you'll find Silverados starting as low as $299 and Blazers as low as $245. We now have 200 vehicles arriving or getting built. Reserve yours today. That's the Cook GM Superstore, M15 Top of the Hill in Vassar.
Payments based on GM employee and family lease, 10,000 miles per year and includes all rebates. $28.44 on Blazer, $28.89 on Silverado due at signing. Call toll free or visit us online at cookchevybuick.com. Chevy, find new roads.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. So give them a call for a quote today. Speaking of quotes, Steve Anderson over at Baird & Company tells us what's going on in New York. What's happening, Steve?
Well, we've got some green showing for us today. Dow Jones Industrial Average is ahead by 313 points, putting it at 35,404. Volume is 323 million shares. Nasdaq's ahead by 125, putting it at 14,141. Volume 349 million shares, and the S&P 500 is ahead by 29, putting it at 4513. Locally, quite a bit of green again. AT&T 23.94, up a penny. CMS 65.07, up 15. Dow is 60.81, up 90. Caterpillar $200.92, up $1.10. Deere 388.55, up 16.35. Dow 60.81, up 90. DuPont 80.01, up 4.65. Corteva 49.64, up 9. GM down 188 at 48.83. Trinzio 54.20, up 119. Walmart 138.97, up 101. Home Depot 360.48, up 313. Huntington Bank 16.13, up 30. And I already told you what AT&T is doing, so I won't tell you again.
Steve, thanks a lot. You take care, all righty?
I will. You do the same.
Will do. Steve Anderson over at Baird & Company. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to be out at the Saginaw Valley Research and Extension Center. The reason why, there's a series of meetings that the Soybean Association is putting on regarding herbicide strategies, since there is the possibility that some of our strategies from past years not going to be available to us this year. So a lot of farmers are learning what those strategies could be, the options that you have available to you. Our broadcast tomorrow will be brought to you by Don Morris Seeds. So we hope to see you there. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design Center Studios.
This is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland. WSG